Welcome to Staffworks Explained. Are you here for the first time? Please consider subscribing to this channel. For repeat viewers, we thank you for your support. In today's video, we'll be talking about Safaricom Ethiopia, how this company has fared for the last 2 years. It has been in the Ethiopian market. Safaricom, as we know, is a Kenyan telecommunication giant, which is best known for M-PESA, which is a mobile money service. And this M-PESA service has revolutionized financial inclusion in Kenya as well as beyond. Ethiopia, with a population exceeding 110 million people, was one of the last major markets in Africa with a state monopoly in telecommunication. Telecom, a state-owned company, was the sole provider of telecom services in the country. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, Ethiopia embarked on a significant economic reforms, including liberalizing the telecom sector. This was part of a broader efforts to open up the economy to foreign investment and boost economic growth. In 2020, Ethiopia launched a bidding process for 2 telecom licenses, attracting interest from global telecom giants. Safaricom, a part of consortium led by Vodafone Group, in 2021 submitted a bid for telecommunication license as the Global Partnership for Ethiopia GPE. 12 companies showed interest in the telecom license, but only MTN and Safaricom consortium made official bid. Ethiopian Ministry of Finance senior advisor said that Orange and Etisalat had shown interest but decided not to bid to the end. MTN bid of $600 million was deemed too low compared to Safaricom's offer of $850 million. The winning consortium, the GPE, Global Partnership for Ethiopia, comprised of Safaricom of Kenya, Vodacom, Japan's Sumitomo Corporation, and the UK government CDC Group, which is currently known as British International Investment BII. In May 2021, the consortium was awarded the first private telecom license in Ethiopia with a commitment to invest over $8 billion over the next decade. This included $850 million license fee, the highest foreign direct investment in Ethiopia to date. In June 2021, the Safaricom Ethiopia PLC was registered, and in 9th July 2021, it received the telecom operator license with Anoa Sousa announced as the CEO. In December 2021, the company established its first data center in Addis Ababa at a cost of $100 million. In January 22, it established its headquarters in Addis Ababa with first 100 Ethiopians onboarding across the company. In March 2022, its second data center worth $100 million arrived in Ethiopia. This event was followed by signing of a lease agreement with Ethiopia Electric Power EEP and Ethiopia Electric Utility EEU for fiber. Later in the year, the company signed infrastructure sharing and interconnect agreement with Telecom, its main competitor in the country, which is a government-owned telecom. In July the same year, network testing started ahead of commercial launch, which happened in October 2022, where it covered 16 cities. By March 2023, the company had 3 million gross adds on the network with 22% network population coverage. In May 2023, Safaricom M-PESA Mobile Financial Services PLC, Safaricom M-PESA ET, was established with the specific objective of providing mobile financial services in Ethiopia. On May 10, 2023, the National Bank of Ethiopia (NBE) granted Safaricom M-PESA ET a payment instrument issue license after the company met the required conditions. These conditions included the incorporation of subsidiary, proof of payment of $150 million, investment protection fee, and a paid-up capital of Ethiopian bar 50 million. The license allows Safaricom M-PESA ET to issue payment instruments and utilize agents in its mobile money operations. The company is wholly owned by subsidiary of Safaricom Telecommunication Ethiopia PLC with a nominal share held by Consortium Holding Company GPE BV or Global Partnership for Ethiopia. Preparation for commercial launch of M-PESA scheduled for the second quarter of 24 continued. On May 22nd, 2023, Safaricom M-PESA ET activated its M-PESA systems and began testing systems readiness and functionality with Safaricom Ethiopia staff. The testing phase focused on evaluating systems readiness, product functionality, call center preparedness, and the onboarding process for customers, agents, and merchants. All products and services have been successfully tested for launch through USSD and the consumer as well as business app channels. The company has also boarded and contracted master agents with recruitment of M-PESA agents across the country. Additionally, Safaricom M-PESA ET is finalizing partnership agreement with local banks and to provide retail and super agency services as well as mobile banking services for M-PESA customers and agents. Safaricom M-PESA ET has expressed satisfaction with enthusiasm M-PESA has generated among Ethiopian youth population, and it anticipates that the service will have a transformative impact on financial inclusion in the country, just like it did in Kenya, as well as other countries where the M-PESA has been launched. As of 30th June 2023, the company had successfully launched 1,700 base stations consisting of 1,041 self-built sites and 659 co-located sites across 22 cities and 49 large and medium towns. This rollout represents 25% coverage. Through a partnership with the International Finance Corporation IFC and Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency MIGA, the Global Partnership for Ethiopia BV GPE consortium secured a comprehensive equity, debt and insurance package to enhance digital connectivity in Ethiopia. As part of this initiative, IFC invested $157.4 million in equity in GPE and provided a $100 million loan to Safaricom Ethiopia PLC, which is wholly owned by subsidiary GPE. With this transaction, IFC acquired 7.25% equity stake in GPE. Safaricom and other holdings reduced their shares to accommodate this new entry of International Finance Corporation, which now has 7.25% equity share. Safaricom share now stands at 51.67%. By December 2023, the funding structure consisted of shareholding equity, deferred vendor payments, and third-party borrowings. The shareholders of GPE included the IFC, which now had 7.25%, having contributed a total of $1.614 million aligned with their respective shareholders' proportions. This funding covers key express, including the $850 million license fee, as well as $150 million M-PESA investment protection fee. As at December 31st, Safaricom Ethiopia had increased its base stations to 2,242, which consisted of 1,252 own-built sites, as well as 990 co-located sites, which provided coverage across 33 cities, including large and medium towns. This network expansion resulted to that 3% population coverage in the country. The company, according to its statement, was focusing on densifying connectivity to improve network quality, as well as create a seamless, contiguous network. Safaricom Ethiopia has brought several significant benefits to Ethiopian economy since its entry into the market almost 2 years ago. The contribution of both direct and indirect impacting various sectors of economy. It's has created thousands of direct and indirect jobs. This includes positions within the company, as well as opportunities for contractor suppliers, local businesses that support the telecom infrastructure. Through its operations, Safaricom has also contributed to skill development by providing training and capacity building programs for its employees and partners. Safaricom Ethiopia entry represented one of the largest FDI in Ethiopia's history, with a commitment to invest over $8 billion over the next 10 years. This has significantly boosted the country's economic profile and attracted more interest from international investors. The company has invested heavily in building telecom infrastructure, including mobile networks, data centers, as well as other essential technologies. This has improved connectivity across Ethiopia, particularly in regions that were previously underserved. Safaricom entry into Ethiopia brought to an end the domination of the sector by Telecom, which is government owned. So this introduced competition in the market. This competition is expected to lower prices, improve service quality, as well as increase innovation in telecommunication sector. Ethiopia consumers can now have more choices for telecom services, which leads to better consumer service as well as more affordable pricing. With the launch of M-PESA, which happened recently, Safaricom is said to play a significant role in promoting financial inclusion in Ethiopia. M-PESA has potential to provide millions of unbanked Ethiopians with access to financial services such as mobile payments, savings, as well as credit. By enhancing connectivity, the digital services, Ethiopia's this company is contributing to the growth of Ethiopia's digital economy, enabling e-commerce, digital payments, as well as other tech-driven sector to thrive. In terms of revenue, government is collecting taxes. Safaricom Ethiopia operations are contributing to government revenue through taxes as well as regulatory fees, which can be used to fund public services as well as infrastructure development. Rural-urban connectivity is another area that has benefited, where Safaricom has made some strides in improving connectivity in both rural and urban areas, helping bridge the digital divide as well as enabling more Ethiopians to participate in the digital economy. So far, the company has more than 4.6 million active customers. In conclusion, we can say that Safaricom journey into Ethiopia marks a broad move into one of the Africa's most promising but challenging market, with the potential to reshape the telecommunication landscape in the region. Through significant investment, job creation, and other, as well as introduction of innovative services such as M-PESA, the company is driving competition, enhancing connectivity, as well as contributing to Ethiopia's economic growth. As Safaricom Ethiopia continues to expand its footprint, its impact on financial inclusion, digital transformation, as well as overall economic development is expected to deepen, positioning the country for a more connected and prosperous future. So we'll be on the lookout to see how this proceeds, whether Safaricom will continue to make these strides, and also will evaluate whether Safaricom entry into Ethiopia has been a success. So thank you for reaching this far. If it's your first time here, please consider subscribing to this channel. Also hit the notification bell so that when we upload a new video, you are notified. Thank you.